Okay. All right. So there is some background noise, guys. If you can find yourself a quiet place, we're going to get started here in just a moment. So please make sure you have pen and paper to take notes. Also make sure you have your numbers ready for the call. Everybody that's on this call, unless it's your first call, should know what that means by having your numbers ready. And give me just a second. All right, so first I do want to start with celebrations. Who on the broadcast has celebrations? Hey. Dude, awesome. Fantastic. Awesome. Congratulations. All right. And who else has something going on in their business? Guys, this is a consistent thing that we talk about every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you guys are working your business, there should be something that you have to celebrate about, whether it be a good product result on one of your team members, whether it be that you're at 02 books, whether it be that you put 25 email leads in the system. I mean, you name it, there's got to be something that you're doing on a consistent basis that will yield some type of a celebration. So far I have, well, let me do this. Let me lock the line. If somebody falls off, just send me an instant message. I'll tell you how to get back on. Okay, so I have 7 people on with me. I know I have Roseanne, Kim, Haley. Who else? Louise, Grace. Who? Kelvin. That leaves Nadine. Okay, great. Nadine, I responded to your email, but I get this weird email thing that pops back about some security weird thing. Okay, no problem. That's no problem. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so like Nadine, you got done with your training. That's something to celebrate. And I also think you had somebody interested in the business as well. You just had a weird something happen when you tried to sign her up. Okay, no problem. We can help you with that. Good, awesome, good job. Who else has some good things happening in their business? Okay, so I'm not going to try and pull teeth with getting anything out of you guys, that's for sure. Definitely want you guys celebrating though, because with celebrating with your business, that only is going to, I mean, help you get excited. We all need to have a reason to get excited here. So, what we want to do, guys, is a couple of things. So those of you that are new, I will go through a few things with you so you're clear on the process and what, you know, this call is all about. We have Luis, you're new. Nadine, you're fairly new. So what we go over on this call is a few things. Number one, we go over the prospecting steps of our business. We go over the back end of our business as well. So people that are in training and the next conference calls coming up and those that need to be on the conference call. So those are 2 things that you guys, we're going to cover on a daily basis when we're on this call to make sure we're on track. Because as you all heard on Tuesday night's broadcast, the number one thing that we need to make sure we're doing is getting our presentations in every week, which is 12 presentations a week. So that's why we're going to go over the numbers Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to make sure we're on track and staying on track. And the second thing we go over then obviously is the technical stuff, you know, like what is the next broadcast that's coming up, who's to be on that broadcast, and things like that. And then obviously, if there's anybody that has questions or anything, by all means, raise your hand, because I definitely want to make sure that we're answering any questions you have so you're clear on what you want to be doing on a weekly basis in your business. Does that make sense to everybody? Good. Okay. So first things first, we went through celebrations. The next thing we want to go over is the broadcast that we have coming up. Now tonight we have pre-focus at 7 p.m. Pacific. And that's for anybody who's been through step 6 of the online training. So anybody that you have in training that's been through step 6 already, you want to make sure that they're confirmed for that broadcast tonight. And the next broadcast we have, who can tell me the broadcast that we have tomorrow? Huh? 6-figure deadline? Is that what somebody said? Oh, okay. All right, good. And who is to be on 6-figure deadline? Good, yes. So you guys want to write this down. Is you want to make sure that anybody who's gotten into the business since last Thursday, well, technically Friday, and anybody that also has been through, maybe been on a deadline broadcast, but still hasn't gotten a buyer pack. I'm sorry, an affiliate pack. So somebody who hasn't upgraded, but they've already been on the broadcast. Okay. Is everybody clear who belongs on the broadcast? All right. Very good. And then next, guys, you want to also be looking ahead in your business. So not only do we have the call tomorrow night, but then the next call that we have is on Saturday, which is our Fast Start broadcast. Now, the people that qualify for Fast Start is anybody who's been through a Thursday broadcast. Pretty simple. So you want to make sure that they're through the Thursday broadcast. And as long as they've been through the Thursday broadcast, then they're eligible for the Saturday broadcast, okay? I'm going with yes on that one. Okay. 1 second, guys. Oh. All right. So with that being said, we're going to go through our numbers. So 1 second. I'm going to share my screen. That'd be awesome if it would share. Oh, okay, there we go. Okie dokie. So you guys want to write this down. I'm just going to go through this real quick since we have a couple new folks on with us. You want to be looking at your business every single day, meaning you want to be opening your business based on the daily methods of operation. Now, we all have that printed out from the training, or we all should. If you don't, it's in Working TP Prospects. If you don't have it, let somebody know so you can get that printed out. Because, guys, what's most important is that you're following the system, but that you're following the system in the way to make your business profitable. So by doing that, just like any business, if you owned, say, a bakery, In the morning, you'd be opening your business up, counting how many cookies you had to sell, counting how many cakes you needed to bake for the day for those people coming in. And then at the end of the day, you'd close your business down by counting then how much money you made by how many cookies you sold, and if everybody came in to pick up their cakes. Same thing goes with this business. Just because we don't have necessarily like a cake or a cookie to count, we have prospects that we want to be counting. So what we want to do is on every single morning when we wake up, I go through my numbers every morning. I go through a couple of different things in regards to this business, and in not only just for my own personal business, but the organization as well. So that's why you'll see instant messages from me and Kim saying what's going on with this person or what's up with this person, because we look at our business every morning. Now, what we want you to do for your own business is look at your business every morning, because then that helps you know what it is that you need to do so you can report. I send a report up to Heidi every morning because it holds me accountable. So you send the report up saying, I know I have X amount of people in training, and by having X amount of people in training, I have this person, this person, and this person that I need to contact. So what you want to look at every morning and send to, Kim and I is your morning meeting. Kim sends her morning meeting to me every morning. There's a few of you that do it, every so often or when you remember. I literally have it in my calendar. In my calendar every morning, first thing in the morning, I have an hour blocked out to look at my business and to look at my team's business and where I'm needed and what I'm needed to do to help everybody on a daily basis. So you want to do the same thing, look at your business every day and see what it is that you have to do for that day in order to make the numbers work out in your favor. So you guys want to write this down. The first set of numbers you want to look at is your overall presentations. So how many presentations do you have in since Friday? And how many do you have left to get, or how many are in the pipeline, I should say, going forward? So like today, for instance, if you looked at your business and you had 10 presentations that you've already done, then to reach your 12 presentation goal, you have 2 between today and tomorrow. Does that make sense? Okay. So the first set of numbers is the number of presentations that you have in and the number of presentations you have left to get and what you're doing to get them. The second set of numbers, so if you're working online advertising, you're going to have, say, TP buyer leads or email leads. TP buyer leads, for instance, I'll show you my October numbers. They aren't that hot. So, for instance, on you want to look, the first set is your percentage outside of the pipeline, which is your 2 books. Write this down. 2 books plus your rebooks divided by packs shipped gives you a percentage. The goal is to be under, who can tell me the golden number? Huh? 10%, yes. So 10%. And thanks, Haley. And then the second set of numbers is you want to look at what appointments you have scheduled and confirmed in your calendar for both first pack and second pack calls for 24-hour and 48-hour confirmation. And then the last set of numbers you guys want to look at is your pack to brand partner ratio, which the golden number for that is 3 to 1 or below. And, oh yeah. And then guys, the next set of numbers I look at is I go to my GPS office and I look at the number of people we have in training. I do my own personal numbers as well as the organization numbers. So you see here on the screen, we have 4 different colors: white, red, yellow, and green. Now, the white are people that have canceled. Now, that doesn't mean that they quit. That may mean that they are charged and go through for the GPS office. So all you need to do is give them a call and see what's going on. The people in red, those ones are the ones we need to find as soon as possible because they're lingering in a section for way too long. The yellow are just a little bit slow, so you do want to follow up with them, see what's holding them back from getting that one section complete and what we got to do to get them into the next section. And then the green, you want to just congratulate and say, hey, good job. You're moving through training really well. Don't forget about your checkpoint call. So you want to take those numbers and then based on what you got going on in the checkpoint standpoint, what you have to do for that day. Like how many people do you need to call that day that are in training that are in red, yellow, or green? And then the last set of numbers I look at are the conference call numbers. So for me, what I use is the weekly sign-up sheet because that's what makes the most sense for me. But the other place you can also do it is under here, rosters, and then conference call rosters. And then just pick the next one. So like Thursday night deadline. You click on roster and you see like I sent the email out and I have one person that's responded. So that means based on what I got going on, I know who needs to be on this call and who I need to follow up with. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes, no, maybe so would be helpful. Okay, great. And does anybody have any questions? Hang on. Does anybody have any questions about the numbers and about what I just went through? Okay. So with that being said, we're going to go through the numbers because that means everybody should be clear on what we're going to talk about. So I'll take volunteers first to go through numbers. Kim does not count as a volunteer. Sorry. Who's that? Oh, okay, go ahead. Please. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's right. So, okay, good. So very good with going through numbers. So what would you say based off just your prospecting step is your call to action off of that? Okay. So making sure that you're sticking to your dial sessions, which Haley does a really good job of doing her dial sessions and consistently and correctly and reporting them. So very, very good. And then how many people do you personally have in training? Okay. And how about for the, do you have anybody that qualifies for tonight's training? How about tomorrow? Yeah, through step 6. Awesome. Okay, good. Very good. Thank you very much. Good job. All right. So Haley did a really good job, guys, of going through her numbers and being clear on what she needs to do for her business. She follows very, very well, listens and takes notes very, very well. So she's gotten this down to a science. So based on what you just heard from her, that's what we want everybody to be able to do on this call Now, I know, Luis, you don't have any numbers to go through quite yet, so don't worry about me calling on you, okay? You should be ready, though. Are you all the way through training yet? Okay, perfect. No problem. So what we want to do is get you through training ASAP so we can get your leads rocking and rolling so you can start working those. Mm-hmm. No problem. All right. And let's see, Calvin. Alrighty. So what you got for me? Say that again. Okay. So no problem, guys. Then hey, things happen, but okay. Okay, so no problem. So based on the numbers that Haley just went over, you should be able to know the number of presentations that you've done this week so far. Okay. And how many are you following up from the Halloween thing? Oh, okay. Okay. And was there anything that you thought, I mean, so guys, what you want to know and understand and write down is that when we have technology issues, because I completely understand that. I mean, I literally had two laptops take a poop at the same time on the same day, no joke. And my husband was upstairs working on one, and I was downstairs working on one, and mine completely crashed. Like it had the pretty blue screen that no one likes to see. So I ran upstairs to grab his, and he's like, "So my computer won't turn on." And I'm like, "Oh, fabulous." So, since we're an online business, I was kind of freaking out because I didn't know what to do. So, I kind of had to think really, really hard and really, really fast. So, what I did is I called my sister in law up and I said, I need to borrow your iPad and I need to borrow it like right now. Can I come get it? So, I had a method to work my business with, even though both my computers decided to take a poopy at the same time. So, I guess when I say that is because like Calvin, for instance, that's 3 days that you've been without technology. Well, four if you're picking it up tomorrow, you said, right? Okay. That's 4 whole days without technology. That's like having a bakery and having it open and not having any cookies to sell. So, next, I understand that. Let me finish my sentence. My sentence was going to be, was there any way that you would have been able to borrow technology from somebody or somehow find technology to either like print your leads out? Because I know you have email leads that you're working too. Mm. Okay, how about a library? I had to go to the library one time because my internet actually went out. It was great. Okay, so okay, no problem. So no problem at all. What you want to do is then you're just gonna have to play catch up when you get your computer tomorrow. But that's no problem. We've all been there and done that. That's for sure. So, what you want to do then is make sure that you have 12 presentations to get in by tomorrow night. So what other methods are you using besides the folks you got off of the Halloween gig? Okay, and then how many people do you have in training? Don't you have 2 people in training, or am I making that up? Who? Okay, are we still okay? So we still want to be dialing him because I don't think that he's come through as a cancellation yet. But is Marcia confirmed? Is Marcia confirmed for tomorrow's broadcast? Okay, great. So no problem. All right, so I know I responded to that email to you saying that that's no problem at all. Keep them on your dial sessions, please. So what you guys want to understand is if somebody emails you something like that, 2 things. Number 1, they started a business. They didn't buy a t-shirt. So although obviously they can cancel, they came here with a reason and a purpose of wanting to start a business. So them sending an email saying, don't call me, no offense, but I've already invested time into you and your business. So the least that you can do is have a phone call with me because you obviously wanted to change your future. And 9 times out of 10, the reason why they want to cancel is something that we can help them with, whether it be a financial reason, a time reason, or just an overall kooky reason. I've heard them all. So what we want to do is at least get them on the phone so we can talk to the person. So then this way we can help us understand why it is that they've made that decision or why it is they sent that email and then help them move on from there. Okay. So that's something that if you, okay, so no problem. What you would have wanted to do is just shoot a text message saying that your technology is not working, like say Monday, say that you sent a text saying that your technology is not working. So then this way, if you needed something like that, I could help you or somebody. Okay, awesome. I'll text you his number. Alrighty. All right, and let's see, Nadine. All right, so what you got for me? Okay, so if you follow what everybody's been through so far, the first thing is number of presentations done. A presentation, a, a presentation, you guys want to write this down. A presentation consists of asking them for the money. So that means a yes or a no based on the conversation you had. So how many presentations that have you gone through? Um, how many presentations have you done where somebody has said yes or no to the business or the product? Okay, and what are they off of? Like email leads or what are they off of? Okay. So what you want to do is make sure you're getting with Kim. So then this way, like the issue you had the other day when you were on your own, and I'm not saying, guys, you want to understand this. I'm not saying that you can't do presentations on your own by all means. But when you're newer in the business, there's some technical stuff that can pop up that will throw you a curveball, which I know, Nadine, you had the curveball happen to you the other day. So for the first couple of presentations that you would do, you might want to see if Kim can hop on with you for a number of reasons. Number one, it's third party edification, especially if it's center of influence, because those folks are typically, family, friends. So having somebody talk to them too that they don't know solidifies what it is that we're doing. Does that make sense? Okay. So, okay, so no problem at all. If you don't receive a response back from Kim or myself in 24 hours, and because typically we respond back right away. If you don't hear back from us in 24 hours, then you need to be blowing us up. Especially if you have somebody that wants to get started in the business and you have a credit card and you're having technical issues, that's an SOS, like you need to send a text message in all caps saying call me now type thing. Now, if we're able to call you right away, that's awesome. But that's something saying like, I need help. This is what happened. And I need help and this is what happened. So you want to make sure that you're getting one of us so we can help you with whatever technical issues you're having. So I will have Kim get with you today about setting up an appointment to go over that to see what needs to be changed so you guys can get that person signed up. Okay, cool, awesome. And then for the appointments you got tomorrow, if Kim's able to be on them with you or myself, then by all means, we're happy to help you guys with your first calls. So then this way, we can help answer any questions that these people have and also help you with any technical stuff that goes on. Okay? Because for the most part, we've seen all the technical stuff that can happen. Hopefully, at least. So this way we can give you guys a hand and teach you the technical stuff that, why that popped up, Cool. Awesome. And okay, so good. So you have 5 presentations. You did 3, you have 2 scheduled, which are 5. Then that leaves you 12, 7, yeah, 7 presentations to get by tomorrow night. Part-time or full-time, the name of the game, ladies and gentlemen, is presentations. And part-time or full-time, 12 presentations is the name of the game in order to get the type of results you're looking for, which is a frenzy every single week because you need it. So I know it seems like it can feel a little overwhelming when you're part-time. I worked a 60-hour-a-week job when I started this business. So I definitely have been there, done that, got the t-shirt. But what I can tell you is that by following the 12 presentation system, like I was the presenter on Tuesday. So like I went over on Tuesday's broadcast, then that was what allowed me to get out of my job in 7 months. Now, whatever your guys' goals are, that's totally cool. But if your goal is to get a frenzy bonus every week, which you should have that as a goal, then 12 presentations is where you want to be. So you want to just jot that down so you're clear on what your goal is. And then, like I said, if anybody has any questions or needs any, wants to have an appointment outside of this call, to go over their plan or to go over what it is they're doing on a daily, consistent basis, please, by all means, let Kim or I know, because I'm more than happy to hop on with anybody and go over what it is that you guys are doing. So then this way, you know, we can work with your schedule. We can work with the type of marketing systems you're using in order to get your presentations, the follow-up, everything like that. Because our goal is that you guys get your frenzies in every week and get your plans rocking and rolling. Okie dokie? Okie dokie. So, with that being said, guys, I don't want to take up too much more of this dial session. So, Roseanne and Grace, if you can shoot over your numbers. Grace, you do a good job of sending me your numbers every day. So, well, pretty much every day. So, if you guys can shoot over your numbers of what you got this week so far, and then let's make sure we are rock solid for tomorrow's deadline broadcast. Week 1 is coming to an end, guys, so let's make sure our plans are in place and we're ready to rock and roll. So this RAP, we have everyone on this call rank advancing, okay? Sweet. All right, guys, I will talk with you all later. You all have a good night. Bye, guys. Bye-bye.